All right, here is what you are doing today. First step, you're going to type in the code word. I'll give you that at some point during this video. Today we are going to deep dive into ACES. So there's going to be a couple of different assignments or activities for you to do. So the first one says the paragraphs below are missing the E from an ACES paragraph. Read the paragraph and fill in the best E that you can. Make your paragraph more convincing than the rest of the class. So number one, which is a better pet, a cat or a dog? So we have our answer, our evidence, you are explaining. Remember, your explanation should connect this to your reason. Okay, so it says dogs are better pets than cats because they help their owners get fit. For example, and this evidence needs to be about getting fit. For example, dog owners walk an average of 3 miles more per week than non-dog owners. Does that have to do with people getting fit, walking 3 more miles? Absolutely it does. So now we explain, what is that connection? So you might want to talk about how exercise is beneficial. Might want to talk about how exercise helps you physically and mentally. You might want to explain why dog owners walk more than cat owners or other pet owners, because obviously you don't walk cats, things like that. So make that connection. Your E should absolutely be more than one sentence. It should be at least 2, if not 3 or 4 sentences long. Okay. Then number 2, should school start later in the day? So read the A, read the C, and then your E should connect these two ideas together. And the last question, should schools allow cell phones during school hours? You have your A, your C, your answer, your evidence, and then you are explaining right here, okay? Even if, like, for example, which is a better pet, a cat or a dog, it's arguing a dog. Even if you think a cat is, just for the sake of this assignment, you're going to argue the side that is here for you, okay? So that is section 1. Section 2, it says, directions, read the following passage. Highlight reasons that adopting a Dalmatian is a good idea in green and reasons that adopting a Dalmatian is not a good idea in red. Then answer the question that follows using the ACES method. Okay, so you're going to read this. And then the question is, do you agree with James's decision to choose a Dalmatian as a pet? So for your A, remember you are restating the question, restating the question as an answer. So I do agree with James' decision to choose Dalmatian as a pet, or I do not agree with James's decision to choose a Dalmatian as a pet. Okay. How you highlight. See this button right here, it says highlight color. It looks like a little paintbrush. So all you do, so reasons Dalmatian is a good idea. Right here, Dalmatians love to be around people and other dogs. Highlight green. Doggy daycare won't do for this breed. Oh no, if you cannot put a dog in daycare, that maybe is a reason that we probably shouldn't adopt that dog, okay? So reasons Dalmatians are a good pet, green, bad pet, red. Then you'll write your paragraph down here. So answer the question and give one solid reason. Choose one piece of evidence. That'll be something that you highlighted up here. Explain that evidence. Why does that make the Dalmatian a good or a bad pet? And sum it up. Okay. I'm actually going to change this to be, would a Dalmatian be a good pet for James? Weird, I'm not sure why. O-I-A-N. Oops, spelled it wrong. Would a Dalmatian be a good pet for James? Okay, so a Dalmatian would be a good pet, or a Dalmatian would not be a good pet. And the last one down here, this is your choice. Okay, so you're going to choose 2 famous people or things to compare. So here's some ideas that you can choose. You could write paragraphs about MJ versus LeBron, who's the better basketball player, Ronaldo versus Messi, who's the better soccer player? Fortnite versus Minecraft, what's the better video game? Stranger Things versus Riverdale, what's the better TV show? So you're just going to check the one by clicking. If you accidentally click the wrong one, uncheck it. And if you want to do something else, you can do something else. You just got to tell me what it is. So double click on this line. Maybe you're going to do, and it has to be something that you can research online. So the example I'm going to use, you cannot use, but I'm going to say other Mrs. Nelms versus Mrs. Hawk, who's the better teacher. Okay, you cannot use that one because you can't research it online. So that's just a list. Again, if you have a different goal for it, you're going to write 2 paragraphs. So my topic is Mrs. Nelms versus Mrs. Hawk. And the topic is teachers. Okay, so if you're choosing these one of these that are already up here for you, you're just copying and pasting it down here. Okay, my thesis statement, and so, the question is, who is a better teacher? So you'll turn yours into a question. Thesis statement, and you need 2 reasons. Mrs. Nelms is a better teacher than Mrs. Hawk because she is funnier and nicer to her students. Okay. So my topic for paragraph 1 is going to be all about my first reason. She's funnier. Paragraph 2 is going to be all about the second top reason. Okay. You are going to have to research. So, like if you choose MJ versus LeBron, reasons LeBron is the best basketball player. Okay, and you're going to have to click and you're going to have to read. Right here, greatest of all time. Okay. Or, oh my goodness, so many pop-ups. Or you can straight up look at MJ versus LeBron arguments. Okay, key stats. So we're going to compare them. So you're going to be looking up and you're going to come up with 2 reasons that you find. So paragraph 1 is all about your first reason. Paragraph 2 is all about your second reason. So paragraph 1 would be, Mrs. Nelms is a better teacher than Mrs. Hawk because she is funnier. My second paragraph is going to be this one. Mrs. Nelms is a better teacher than Mrs. Hawk because she is nicer to her students. Okay. Again, for your evidence, you're going to actually have to look it up and find real evidence. For my example, I'm just going to kind of make it up because you can't really look this up. So, like, for example, Mrs. Nelms does a lame joke every day. Okay, and then I'll explain it, sum it up. Okay, again, explain you're connecting the evidence to the argument. Sum it up, remind your reader of your argument. And then the second one down here. So if you're doing one of these up here, like LeBron and MJ, if you say MJ is better than LeBron because he has more titles, then your evidence will be how many titles does he have? Things like that. How many records does he have? Things like that. Okay? So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. You do need to start at the top, okay, and work your way down. The code word is fireplace. 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 So type that in here. That's the first one. And then you got to do the E's. Better pet, cat or dog. Should school start later in the day? Should cell phones be allowed? Read this, all about the Dalmatian. And then you are choosing your own topic. Is one thing better than the other? So I am excited to read your arguments, make them as convincing as you can. And if we have time, we'll be sharing some of these. So remember, your topic you choose for this one, you have to be able to look it up and find real evidence, okay? You cannot just make it up like I did. You need to actually look up a real topic with real evidence, all right? Go ahead and get to work.